Y'all, good morning, y'all. Baby, let's get into it. Listen to Dame Dash say how he feel like Jaguar Wright is right about the Aaliyah situation. He said that, he feel like she be a little off with certain stuff, but he said when it comes to Aaliyah situation, baby, he absolutely believe her. Let's get into it.
But some of the things she said were things that I was actually thinking, but I was like, I could never say that because people would say I'm hating. But I know for a fact that, the thing she said, like the thing they all have in common is, R. Kelly and Puff and the Weinstein and Epstein. I know that my personal experience with the Weinstein, that I walked away. And, I did pay in full with them. And because it ain't like I have to see somebody doing something so extreme and dark that, that's what I wait to walk away. There's small indicators, like if you're robbing people or you're talking to people bad, I don't want to be. The thing about her is like part of that, so I'm not working with you. But, so I walked away from Weinstein, and then homie did do business with him. When it came down to R. Kelly, there was a conversation had about the moralness, like it's morally wrong to do a project with someone that we know raped my girl or raped anybody for that matter. So I do know that conversation was had, and I was really surprised that he moved forward with that relationship. I don't know Epstein, so I never had the chance to walk away from him. But I do know that when that project did come out, I didn't want any part of that project. I didn't want any of the money to go to Rockefeller or me when it came to Rockefeller. It was around the time that Jay was trying to kind of separate himself from us. And he was saying that he didn't want to be a part anymore. And we resolved that issue with, look, if you want, because he wanted me to dilute and he wanted Biggs to dilute. Be a part of that, so I'm not working with. And I wasn't diluting because I know what I mean and what I do for business. And Biggs was ready to dilute. But our OG, Deuce, from St. Croix, kind of stepped in and was like, that's not right. And that's how we resolved it. The way we resolved it was, yo, you keep all the money from that project. I don't want no parts of it. The best of both worlds. So again, I mean, that is true. But, I just think that, I think homie has to answer some questions right now.
Definitely.
If he doesn't, it just, again, it's going to make people ask more questions.
Facts.
And me, as a person that knew him, I'm very curious to know.
And he said new.
The stuff that they say about Aaliyah.
Past tense.
And I wasn't diluting because I know what I mean, I'm human. Mm-hmm. And when I look at things, like, again, a lot of things are weird right now. So I'm reflecting a lot. So I'm thinking, I'm like, well, homie might, he was salty a little bit because he was trying to get at Aaliyah and I was trying to get at her. But, and I know that there are people that benefited from her death. But for me, when I hear these conspiracies, I'm like, how could they be that powerful that they could get a plane or someone to crash a plane? Like, then they just be, I don't want to say I'm underestimating people, but I don't give people, like, that's like, yo, that's the most illest gangster shit, some Pablo Escobar. You could actually get a plane to crash.
True.
And then, I mean, a lot of rumors about me, like I sacrificed her and some dumb shit like that.
Nah,
all those
that
things.
ain't true.
It's hard to, like, I don't want to believe that, but it does make me think it through. So again, in this moment, just because there's so much gray area on a legal level, not what I'm suspecting, but like, this shit is now real. Or if it isn't real, people are going to have to prove that it's not real. And it's a moment where I'm curious. But if any of that is true, like I have to talk to a therapist because I don't know what
That's
I don't even
real.
know. I can't even like I don't even want to go down that here of a rabbit hole. It's just too crazy to think that me as a regular dude was in something that was just so dark, evil, and so strong, and Paul is powerful. That shit like this could even be almost a reality. Like I'm here. Like why am? So yeah, it's kind of ill, you know, to see the things that affected your life in such a big way for people to have different variations of what may have happened for someone that I love so much. Like, what would I do if I find out that somebody actually intentionally did that? I really don't know. But it's definitely a weird, it's like, I know that really cared about someone hears any story, of course they gonna think it through, and especially like a person like myself who thinks in boss in general and in war. Yeah, I don't know. Who that really cared about someone hears any story.
And this is just a little, related post. But Dame Dash, I've never liked him because he always be so cocky. Even on growing up hip hop, like how he just used to talk to his son and Angela and all of that, and all the other interviews that I've seen him do. But this interview, this is the most calmest, most genuine, most sincere that I have saw him like ever. And I guess it's because the topic is so serious. You know, I guess because the topic is so serious and it's so near and dear to his heart because he really loved that girl. Like, like he really loved that girl.